Peace and blessings, everyone. This is the part 2 of the Whitney Houston reading. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one, and this is the continuation of where I left off in the first video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and receive all the messages that I received from Spirit regarding Whitney Houston. All right, and we're going to ask about the father, Whitney's father, putting a hit out on Robin. That's some crazy stuff right there. Like, is it that serious because you afraid your daughter in love with this woman, you put a hit out on her? That's letting you know. I told you that man is a trip. Whitney's father was a trip. So Spirit, show me. Did Whitney's father actually put a hit out on Robin? Did he try to get Robin killed or hurt? Did he try to pay someone to kill or hurt Robin? Did he? Did he? Yes, he was being very assertive. He wanted this woman gone, y'all. Let's see what else. Romance. Yes, he knew there was a romance between them. He knew that their relationship was so much more than just friends. He hated their romance. He wanted to break that connection. He wanted to break that bond. And that's the only way he felt it could happen. He had to break them away, break away their relationship, their romance. Wow. Yes. Spirit don't lie. Yes. Yes, he tried. Yes, he hired someone to hurt her. Yes, he hired someone to hurt her. All right. So, all right. So let's see our next question. Okay, so let's bring the tarot cards back because I need a thorough explanation of the relationship between Whitney and Bobbi. Like, from the beginning, what was her feelings about Bobbi? What did he do for her? So let's see what the Spirit has to say. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right. Let's see what they have to say. All right, Spirit. What did Bobbi do for Whitney? What made Whitney fall for Bobbi? Let's see what the cards say. Oh, this is interesting. She saw him as someone that was in control of their life. She liked his independence. She liked the freedom that he had because she didn't have that, y'all. See, the King of Staves, Page of Staves. She enjoyed his youthful personality. And even though he was immature in a lot of ways, he was still in control of his life. She liked that bad boy image. He didn't give a rat's ass about what you thought about him. He did what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. And that what drew him to her. A lot of people were surprised about this union. A lot of people just didn't understand, how can America's sweetheart fall for a bad boy? But it's because he was the type of person that she wished that she could be. She saw a lot, and not just that, she saw a lot of herself in Bobbi. People that was close to Whitney knew Whitney's true personality. So they had a lot in common for us, their personality wise. Us as people outside of just us, the fans and people around the world, we didn't get a chance to see that side of Whitney, but they had a lot in common. She liked his youthful way of things, but he was in control. Also, she felt like they can build together. They can build a family together, not just family, but career-wise. She felt that she could build with him. They can be the it couple. Like, they could be hip-hop royalty or R&B royalty. She saw not just She didn't see him as just a lover. She seen him as beneficial to her as far as business. At least she thought. That's what she thought he would be. She also felt that he would be, even though he was wild, she kind of saw the softer side of him. She got him, even though he put up this front in front of the world as his bad boy. She saw past that. She also could control him. Like, people think that Bobbi controlled that relationship. Whitney controlled that relationship. Bobbi was the woman in that relationship. Whitney was the man. She was very dominant, and she liked that. She liked that she can control him to a certain extent, because like I said, she has always been controlled her whole life. She was the one being controlled. She didn't have a say in her life. So to have someone to relate to her on a different level, someone with similar interests as her, and at the same time worship the ground she walked on. She knew that she can have Bobbi wrapped around her finger, y'all. She felt like they could really work well together financially because of their careers. At the time, y'all gotta remember, Bobbi was hot stuff back in the day. He was at the top of his game. He was like the #1 R&B artist. He was on top of the charts. This is when Whitney met him, and at that time, she felt that they can build together. They can take over the world. So when she first met him, she saw a lot of financial opportunities. She saw them being just the biggest couple in the world. Like, she knew, like, business wise, it made sense. She felt that they would be okay together. They would make history together. Empress. All right, and also she wanted to be a mother. The Empress has came up. It showed that she wanted to be a mother, but she had to put it on hold. She wanted to be, she wanted to carry his child. This represents her miscarriage. She struggled with having children for a while. I think they mentioned one miscarriage, but I believe it was more than one. She suffered more than one miscarriage, but she wanted to build a family with him. She wanted to have that family with Bobbi. She felt like they just gelled well together. As you can see, their relationship became very toxic. Now we get into the bone and gristle of this reading. The King of Coins and the Devil, showing their union was full of addictions, full of deviancies, a lot of money wasted, a lot of infidelity in their relationship. So these group of cards are showing me infidelity in their relationship, showing me sexual deviancy on both parts. We don't talk about Whitney's infidelities and stuff, but both of them, this is showing both of them dealing with a lot of deviancies on both parts. And Whitney wants us to know that she don't want you guys to put everything on Bobbi. She's letting us know, look, we both had issues. We both had addictions. We both cheated. We both did a lot of just crazy things. And this is what the relationship wound up being. This is what she didn't want to happen, but it happened. Look, 3 of Cups reversed. The Fool. Yes, this is signifying the infidelity, mostly on Bobbi's part, but Whitney did her thing. The 3 of Cups reversed. There were more than one person in this relationship. It was multiple people in and out of this relationship. But they still tried to make it work. Even though she knew it was toxic, she knew that both of them were doing things that they shouldn't do. They both wanted to fight for this relationship, but even though they wanted to fight for it, they knew that eventually it would not work. The 3 of Staff, Judgment. Yeah, they tried, but at the end of the day, Whitney knew that it just been too much. They both knew it was too much. And Bobbi, this is Bobbi right here. Bobbi stepping away. He wants to separate from the relationship. he is tired. He started dealing with his addictions. He started dealing with his issues. Him more than Whitney. All right. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. Yes, so this is showing Whitney, like I said, she was very dominant in his relationship. Queen of Swords is Whitney, Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. She was very controlling of Bobbi. Bobbi get the bad end of the... Bobbi always get called out as the bad person, but Whitney had her shit too now. Because these cards are showing me a woman that's in control, Queen of Cups. She manipulated him a lot. She controlled a lot. She mentally abused him. He may have physically hurt her, but it was abuse on both ends. She mentally abused Bobbi a lot. So this relationship started out as a good thing. Started out, she thought it would be something great, but it wound up not being so great. And both of them being toxic towards each other. Bobbi was more physically abusive, and Whitney was more emotionally abusive. So it just was a bad combination, y'all. Nine of Coins, Ten of Cups. Yeah, it was just a really bad combination. It's like it had a potential to, like, she saw the potential in their relationship. No, it's like it starts to affect their money flow. The Nine of Coins and Ten of Cups showing, you know, them having hope and building together, but the Four of Coins showing them having money issues. So these two cards are showing me them making money and doing things together, but their addictions and their issues cause them to have to struggle or hold on to money a lot of the times. Money slipping through their hands, them trying to hold money, but cannot keep it. They're trying hard to keep their money. All right. So yes. Yeah, so a lot of what we've heard in the media is definitely true, but Whitney was very emotionally abusive. So both of them were abusive towards each other, y'all. It was like just a horrible situation all around. Bobbi was the weak one in the relationship. Whitney was the strong, dominant one. She was the controlling one, honestly. She was the controlling one. All right. All right, so this part of the reading, we're going to talk about Bobbi Brown's and Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobbi Kristina. We're going to talk about Whitney's and Bobbi Kristina's relationship, what things we need to know regarding their relationship. As you know, they were extremely close, extremely close for a mother and daughter. And as you know, when Whitney passed away, Bobbi Kristina truly could not take it. Baby girl really took a downward spiral. She truly missed her mom, and unfortunately she went to join her a few years after, and it's just a heartbreaking situation. I just can't imagine being her and her mom dying the way that she did and feeling alone, truly alone, and wanting her mommy. That's all she wanted. She wanted her mommy. And you know, Whitney's death was just too hard for Bobbi Kristina to deal with. And just having all the toxic people around her, not having the right support system around her, truly was part of her demise. Her death. Okay, so we are going to see what the cards have to say and what Whitney has to tell us regarding Bobbi Kristina, her relationship with Bobbi Kristina, and also what she probably wished she could have done differently. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my tarot cards for this part of the reading. I'm going to zoom in on Whitney's energy. I'm going to ask her to guide us in this reading regarding her relationship with Bobbi Kristina and anything else that she would like for us to know about that relationship. Okay, so all right, show us, how did you feel about your baby girl Bobbi Kristina? Show us the relationship, you had with Bobbi Kristina. Show us through the cards. All right, let's see. Okay, let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so from this first set of cards, their relationship was kind of different. When I say that, I mean that Whitney didn't treat Bobbi Kristina as a child. Bobbi Kristina had to grow up really, really fast. And the reason why she had to grow up so fast because her mother and father put her in the limelight, like put her in an environment that she had to grow up fast. And the reason why, all because of their addictions. So she was in a lot of situations that a child should not have been in. But Whitney wants us to know that, you know, she regrets a lot of things when it comes to Bobbi Kristina. The 3 of Coins in the world. She regretted that, you know, she kind of put her career in front of Bobbi Kristina. She hated that her career took her away a lot of the time. That is not what Whitney wanted. When Whitney first had Bobbi Kristina, her plan was to be a good mother, to be a very active mother, a very prominent mother, being very involved in Bobbi Kristina's life. But because of her celebrity and her job, that caused her to have to be away. The Knight of Staffs. She had to be away from Bobbi Kristina a lot. So because of that, when she was around Bobbi Kristina, she kind of spoiled her. Gave her things that she probably shouldn't have given her. Didn't set boundaries for Bobbi Kristina. And so this is something she's saying, look, I wish I could have done differently. I wish I could have put my career on hold and focus on my daughter more, and not give in to the temptations of life. She truly loved her daughter. 10 of Cups. She truly loved her daughter. She truly valued their relationship. Whitney is showing us that, you know, she let the celebrity, she let her job, she let all of that kind of interfere in her raising and truly doing right by Bobbi Kristina. Like I told you guys, Whitney's energy is the energy of realness, which means she's going to keep it real with us on today. She's going to tell us things even if it does not make her look great. And she knows that she done so many things that she shouldn't have done and things that she regret concerning Bobbi Kristina, okay? So let's see what else we find. All right, so these cards are telling me, these 2 cards here, it's pointing at Whitney acknowledging how she felt about Bobbi Kristina. She loved her with everything in her. Her and Bobbi Kristina's relationship was totally just amazing, honestly, in some aspects. Some aspects, it was a really great relationship. She truly was a mother that her daughter can talk to her about anything. But at the same time, the Ace of Swords and 9 of Swords, it was not a good thing. So it kind of made Whitney a friend to Bobbi Kristina more than a mother, okay? So her openness with her child, the communication with Bobbi Kristina, kind of hurt at the same time. She was overcompensating for her absence and the things she wished she can do. She kind of allowed Bobbi Kristina to do certain things and a lot of things that was damaging to her. Okay. Whitney is showing me Bobbi Kristina doing a lot of things as a child, like an early teenager, and Whitney letting her get away with it. That means drugs. That means smoking. That means drinking. And a lot of these things she did with her mother. I'm sorry. If y'all didn't know that, it's the truth. And this is what she want you guys to know. This is what she regret. She's saying, I regret allowing my daughter to do so many things early in life because I wanted her to love me. I wanted that bond with her because I wasn't there. So I felt the need to be more of a friend. I did not want her to experience what I experienced as a child with my mother. Me and my mother, even though we were close, even though we had a bond, it wasn't the type of bond that I wanted. I couldn't go to my mother about certain things. I couldn't go to her about boys. I couldn't go to her if I wanted to smoke or do certain things, if I had a urge to do something, because I would be reprimanded. And she's saying that she did not want that for Bobbi Kristina as well. So she kind of was too lenient on her. The Ace of Swords and Nine of Swords. And she know that this was damaging to her. She know that this was the reason for a lot of issues as an adult. And she just wished that she could have turned back the hands of time and done things differently. I feel like Bobbi was more of the parent. Whitney was more of the friend. Hear me. Bobbi was more of the parent and Whitney was more of the friend. I know at the latter part of their marriage that he probably wasn't as active, and that would cause the animosity between him and Bobbi Kristina because of the parents' divorce and things Bobbi may have done. But as far as a father to Bobbi Kristina, he was a father to her, and his especially when she was a teenager and when he was starting to transition and starting to change and get off of alcohol and drugs, he was more of the parent. Okay, and Whitney being the friend, the one that was hanging out with Bobbi Kristina, smoking with Bobbi Kristina, doing a lot of things, you guys, that would be surprising of a mother would do, like that a mother would do with their child. Okay, and Whitney is acknowledging that. She's saying, look, you guys, I wasn't the best mother. I wish I would have been more parental to her. I wish I could have stopped a lot of things that I seen early on with my daughter, but I wanted her love. I wanted her acceptance. And because of that, I kind of ruined her. I ruined her. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, yeah, you guys, it's heartbreaking to know these things, but at least she's admitting her faults. She knows, okay, I messed up as a parent. I messed up. Bobbi isn't excluded. Of course, he did some things that he shouldn't have done, especially after Whitney passed away. I feel he could have done more for Bobbi Kristina. I don't care how much she pulled away. He could have done more for her, been there for her. I think he was just giving her space, but she didn't need space. She needed somebody to take control and be that parent that neither one of them really was to her when she needed them to be. Okay, and Whitney is acknowledging that as well, right? So yes, she loves the communication. She loves the openness that they had, but she wished she could have set boundaries for Bobbi Kristina. She wished she could have been more of a parent, and also would have set an example for her, because Bobbi Kristina really didn't have much of an example to go by, So, they did a lot of drugs in front of her. They did those things in front of her. If y'all didn't know that, I'm letting y'all know that now. Whitney did smoke and drink all of that with Bobbi Kristina and Nick Gordon. And Nick Gordon. I'm going to repeat that. And Nick Gordon. Okay? This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm picking up. All right? So I need y'all to understand. And Whitney is letting it be known. Look, I effed up as a mother in a lot of ways, but I loved my daughter, and I'm not taking that away from Whitney. Whitney truly loved Bobbi Kristina. She just wished that she was just more firm, but she was battling her own demons. She was battling her own addictions, and she knew that this is what set Bobbi Kristina down the path that she took as well. All right? So, yes, you guys. Yes. All right, so let me move on to my next question. All right, since I just mentioned Nick Gordon, let's see what Spirit and Whitney has to tell us about that relationship. As you know, Whitney kind of adopted Nick Gordon when he was a child. So him and Chrissy was kind of brother and sister, kind of, you know. Whitney took care of him as her own. And we're going to see about their relationship because, like I just said, you know, she did a lot of things with Chrissy and Nick Gordon. She was very lenient. She was very open. She let them do a lot of things. But I want to know how she truly felt about Nick Gordon, the Nick Gordon that she took under her wing as a child. All right. So Whitney, tell us how you felt about Nick Gordon. How did you feel about Nick Gordon when you took him into your home? How did you feel about Nick Gordon when you took him into your home? All right. All right, we do have some repeating cards from when I just read from Chrissy, okay? But this first group of cards that I see, Whitney saw that this little boy needed guidance. I don't know what his family life was like, but Whitney took him under her wing. He needed somebody to take care of him, the king of staff. He needed somebody to take control of his life, to lead him because his parents could not do it. I don't know what the situation was with his parents, but from what I'm getting, he needed guidance. He did not have it, and Whitney decided to take him in, okay? The Six of Swords represents a toxic environment at home. Nick Gordon had a toxic environment at home, which caused Whitney to take him away from that. So the King of Staff, Six of Swords are telling me that this little boy was in a situation where he needed to be rescued. He needed to be taken away. And Whitney, he kind of tugged at Whitney's heart, you know, and she took him. She was like, okay, I'm going to treat you like you're my son. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure you're good. All right. The Page of Coins. She wants to take care of him, take him away from his environment that was not healthy for him, and to take care of him. Okay, take care of him. The Sun and Page of Cups is showing her wanting to raise him as her own, building a relationship with him, building that relationship, that mother and son relationship, okay? But as you know, King of Swords, that relationship went left. That relationship went where it shouldn't have went. And the same way she did those things with Chrissy, those things that she shouldn't have done with Chrissy, it's the same thing with Nick. Like I just said, these cards are kind of verifying that. The relationship she had with them kind of went left. It kind of hurt them. She was trying to help him, but at the same time, she kind of hurt him as well. Okay, she's trying to be more of a friend than a parent to both Bobbi Kristina and Nick Gordon. I am also picking up, you guys, that Nick also was a runner for her, which means he used to go out and get drugs for Whitney. He knew young boys and young kids that were selling to young men. Like, that's what I'm saying. Whitney had a lot of things that was, especially because of her addiction, she did a lot of wrong things that she regrets now, but she's very open about it though. So I don't want none of y'all Whitney fans in my comment section talking crap, because I am definitely a Whitney fan. I love this woman. I love her work. I think she is so talented, and this reading is not to make her look bad, but the reading is to speak the truth. Okay? And no matter how much we love her music, no matter how much we loved how beautiful she was and how talented she was a woman with a lot of faults and a lot of demons, and she is expressing them. She's showing us that. And intuitively right now, she's showing me like, look, I kind of got them on the wrong track, So they used to do drugs together. They used to smoke together. She used to get Nick to run and find drugs for her or connect her with young guys, young people who can supply her. Okay. So this is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. And this is where the King of Swords come in. She was very hurtful to them in a lot of ways, especially when it came to their addictions. All right. All right, so we got the 4 of Coins, 5 of Cups, look at that. 7 of Swords, 6 of Staves. All right, so the 4 of Coins and 5 of Cups. As you know, 5 of Cups for me signifies addictions, people really dealing with really bad shit, okay? She was part of his issues as well, but she also began to realize that Nick was changing, which meaning he was not the little boy that she brought into her home, okay? The way he treated her, the way he talked to her, started to change as he got older. And she noticed this. And this is when she started to regret how she raised him, how she raised Bobbi Kris. This also shows me betrayal of trust. Nick did some things to Whitney when he got older that made him betray her. And this is something that Whitney has found out on the other side, and she's letting him know and let everybody else know. Oh yeah, I know you betrayed me. Yes, I know you did this to me. And this is regarding money. Nick Gordon betrayed her. He was taking things from her and allowing other people to take things from her. He had access to a lot of things of Whitney's. And Whitney is saying that I recognize what you did. I know what you did. So he was being very, very deceitful. He betrayed them. And I'm feeling it has something to do with financial. And I feel like it is financial. It's something to do with documents. It has something to do with money. Okay. So he definitely, when he got older, he turned to a different person. Okay. So let's see what else Whitney want us to know. Yeah, Whitney letting him know, like, look, dude, I know what you did. I know what you did. Let's see. What else? All right, let's see what else she wants us to know regarding Nick Gordon. Let's see what else she wants to share with us regarding him. All right, let's see what else she would like to share with us regarding Nick. Because we all have our suspicions of Nick. Like, he has not given us no good vibes, and he's been abusive to Chrissy and all of that. He was very toxic to her, especially after the death of her mother. All right, but I want to see what else Whitney shows us. All right, Strength, Hangman, King of Coins, Ace of Coins. What did I just tell y'all? He did a lot of shit with money. He messed over money. He had access to money. He went from loving her and loving Bobbi Kris, loving the family in general as family, but then he saw them as a meal ticket. And he also fought his way, like he pushed his weight around, especially when it came to Bobbi Kris. And this is what Whitney is trying to show us. This is the relationship with him and Bobbi Kris. This is the relationship with him and Bobbi Kris. He was very forceful with her. He controlled her. He used his strength. He used his power against her to have control over the money. So if you all have been saying this is confirming that. Okay? This is confirming that. Look, 5 of Staff. Page of Staff reversed. 8 of Coins. This is him and another group of individuals. 5 of Staff. The Chariot is in reverse, but this is for Bobbi Kris. She has lost control. She has given up her authority. She has given up her control over the money. He may not be on all the documents and everything, but she listened to him. She gave him a lot of control as her boyfriend, as her fiance, okay? And Whitney is acknowledging that. She's acknowledging how Bobbi Kris let him just control everything. You know, she gave away her power. She gave away her own mind to this man. And Whitney is like, I know what you did, my daughter. I know you controlled her. I know after I left her, you were not who you should have been to her. You should have been her protector. You should have been the person for her to lean on. And instead you used her. You used her mental illness. You used her addictions against her to work in your favor. Okay? This is all this is about. And it's not just Nick. He had him and his little friends or whomever. This is showing all of them benefiting from Bobbi Kristina's inheritance, okay? Causing her to be in a lot of financial situations, the aid of coins. Even though she had this inheritance, having Nick Gordon and the toxic people around her, it kind of made money slip through her hands and made it hard for her. Bobbi Kris trying to do things for herself, but Nick having so much control that it put her in a lot of messed up situations when it came to money. So what I do want to know is how Whitney felt about their relationship. You know, she wound up being engaged to Nick, and they went from being brother and sister to lovers. So, you know, I want to know how Whitney felt about that, you know. I want to see what the cards say. I know she didn't like it, especially when she knew that he was up to no good. But I want to see if the cards are going to tell us that, okay? Okay, tell us, how did you feel about Bobbi Kristina and Nick Gordon's relationship? How did you feel about them getting engaged? All right. Let's see. Two of Cups. Look what I said. She's recognizing their union. She's telling us, okay, yeah, I see y'all together, but I also know you're in it for the money. And I also know that you are going to be the cause of my baby losing this money. You are not with her for the right reason. You were trying to control her, blocking her from a lot of things, blocking her from her dreams, and only worrying about yourself. Nine of Swords. You were toxic to my baby. You did so much to hurt her. And you did a lot of promises, a lot of broken promises to my baby. You told her things that she wanted to hear to get what you want. And this is not right. Oh, okay. So, all right. I had to take a breather. All right. So this is what Whitney is telling us. This is what Whitney is showing us. Yes, I see y'all relationship, but I know you weren't with my baby for the right reason. She knew it was for her coins. You wanted to control her coins. She did not like their relationship at all. The Nine of Swords also signifying mental depression. He used her at her weakest points. These cards are verifying what I've already said, y'all. Mental depression, also broken promises, things that he promised her. And, you know, he lied to her and used her mental illness to his advantage. She was severely depressed, severely depressed, you guys, and he used that to his advantage. So Whitney is saying, I was not for it. I didn't agree with it. I don't like that you did this to my child. You did not love her in that way. He never loved Bobbi Kristina in a way a man should love a woman or love a wife. This was for financial gain only. Financial gain only. Okay, let's see. King of Cups King of Cups, Knight of Cups. Yeah, y'all. He was a master manipulator. He used Chrissy's feelings. He took advantage of that. King of Cups. He was smooth, y'all. He knew the right things to say and how to get her. Because like I said, they grew up together. So he knew this girl better than anybody. He probably knew her better than Whitney did. So he used everything that he knew about her, and he used that to his advantage. He used love. He used affection. He used everything that he knew that Bobbi Kristina needed and things that she lacked as far as relationship and love in her life. And he used that to his advantage to gain what he wanted, to gain the life that he wanted. All right. 2 of Coins, Queen of Cups. Yes, you guys. He used her feelings to get what he wanted. That's what basically these cards are saying. That's what it boils down to, and that's what it's going to always be. He used her to his advantage. So this is verifying what many of us have suspected for years, and Whitney is verifying, yes, this is the case. I know what you did. I know what you're capable of, Nick, and I see you on the other side.